Hey guys, Frankie here, and time for my live reaction to Week 7's Jets Vikings game. A disappointing loss for the Jets. Let me try to. I can't say it's too disappointing. It's not like I expected this team to win, because I didn't. But it was still so frustrating to watch. To watch just how bad Darnold looked today, and that is. I've said before, and many have said before, it's not about wins and losses for this Jets team this year. It's about development. It's how this team develops into the future. How can they take any steps forward? How does the quarterback look? Can the quarterback improve week by week? That's what it's about. Again, it's not about win because this team isn't going to win. This team is not built to win this year. But it still is frustrating to watch after a just great performance last week from Darnold, where he looked really, really good. He looked solid, tremendous, hitting his throws, great. This week, he did not look good at all, except for one drive, I think it was either the first, it was the one where they got the early touchdown. Other than that, he didn't, it was bad. He was really bad, but this is part of growing pains. This is, developing him into a great quarterback. He's going to have these kind of weeks. Now, it's not all his fault. As Jet fans will probably point out, a lot of drop passes from wide receivers. The fact that his Powell and Crowell weren't. I think Powell was hurt all game. And I think Crowell got hurt mid-game. I may have got the other way around, but yeah, obviously you can't. It hurts when you lose your running game. When you have receivers who I think at least 3 big drop passes for the Jets receivers today. I'm trying to look here of what I don't think they have an exact stat, but this computer's really slow. I should have had this up here. But Robbie Anderson was targeted 4 times and only caught 3 balls, so that's not good. When we see how talented this guy can be, Andre Roberts targeted 6 times, only caught 2. Jermaine Kearse, no catches at all, only 2 targets. Frustrating day for the Jets on the receiving front. And then when it comes to defense, or not the defense, special teams, 4 penalties? I mean, it's stupid for me to continue to criticize the Jets and their lack of discipline, because it's never going to change. As long as Todd Bowles is the coach of this team, it's never going to change. They're going to be an undisciplined bunch. They're going to get 1 million penalties. I think they had 7 today for 56 yards. This is just who they are. You can have as many, you can do as many push-ups as you want in the offseason, which Bowles was talking about. Oh, we're gonna have our players do all these push-ups when they mess up. You can do that all you want. As long as Todd Bowles is still coaching this team is still going to be an undisciplined bunch. And that's what we saw today. 8 penalties, 71 yards. So I go back and forth on Bowles. There are weeks I'm like, oh, Bowles is, he's moving along. And then it's like, and then there's weeks like this week where it's like the same old Bowles. His defense was fine until the end when it just suffered a couple of bad breaks. How do you give up on when they're up like 15 or 16? How do you give up a 4th and 8 touchdown? Gosh, I mean, they're just chucking it up there. They don't care. The game's over, and they chucks it up anyway, and they still score. It's oh gosh, and back to Darnold for a second. 2 bad interceptions. The 3rd one wasn't his fault, but 2 really bad interceptions today. But as we said, this is what he does. We saw him. If you saw him at USC, he has a tendency to throw a lot of picks. So it's so frustrating because, again, it's not like we expected this team to win this season. We knew that. But you thought maybe and I didn't even expect them to win today, but you thought maybe, just maybe, they'll pull off something and, keep the season somewhat relevant when they're 3-3. And, maybe they can do something. Maybe they can find a way to pull off a big upset. And no, nothing. So yeah, gosh, it's I don't know what to. It's so frustrating though. Again, I have to remember this is about the future. This is not about the present. This team is not built to win now. It's about how this team looks 1 week at a time into the future. But this week it was frustrating because I couldn't even say, well, Darnold played well. He didn't. He played awful. What was his stats? 17 of 42, 206 yards, 1 touchdown. He did run one in, and 3 interceptions. Not good at all. He was sacked only 3 times. Okay, so against that Minnesota defense, you would expect more. So I guess there's that. Jets offensive line is not that bad compared to the Giants anyway. But so now the Jets move to 3-4 on the season. And again, I can't get too angry. I have to remind myself here. I can't get too angry by this because I know that it's not about this season, it's about going forward. But I couldn't even be like, well, at least they're moving. At least Donald looked good. I couldn't even say that. So now the Jets move to 3-4. Next week they will play. They're at Chicago. Which, hey, I mean, did you see how good Chicago looked today against New England? Oh boy, at Chicago. I mean, just wait until Khalil Mack. I mean, we thought the Jacksonville game was rough a couple weeks ago. Go into Chicago and look Khalil Mack in the eyes, all right, and see how good you are. See how good that offensive line is. That I fear that one is just going to be pain. This was the one game where I feel like maybe they'll pull off an upset against Chicago. But nothing I saw today really made me believe that that's in the realm of possibility. So, man, I guess now we'll see what happens with this team. We will see every week. We'll see if they can develop. We'll see how they move forward. But this was frustrating because here you have a chance. You have a chance to maybe shock the world, pull off a win, and then get the season going. And maybe, the Giants are dead. Yankees are dead. Knicks, forget it. I mean, they had a nice win in game 1. But we're not expecting this team to have a big seed. We're not, especially with their best player out. You had a chance to win today and really take over the back pages for a couple weeks here and make some noise. But a really, really rough. I will say this, and someone pointed this out. Cousins didn't look great today either. Neither team quarterback looked that impressive at all. So, and what was the stats on third down? This was a embarrassing game for third down statistics. Oh gosh, they were 4 for 28. These two teams were 4 for 28 on third down. 4 for 28. Wow. Oh man, that's even more frustrating. You couldn't even take advantage of how bad Minnesota was on their third down. You were just as bad. So, yeah, I'm going back and forth between should I be angry, should I be upset, should I be, well, at least it's just one game. And again, I can't get too angry. I had a feeling I thought they were going to lose this game. But still, to see them just get annihilated there, especially late at the game where they just looked like it was nothing at the end of the game, just completely nothing on defense. Just meltdown, just breakdown after breakdown on defense. That huge run play, that huge pass play on 4th down. It is what it is. So the Jets now, again, they're 3-4. And next week against Chicago, I assume will be the finishing blow on this Jet season. So after that, they go to 3-5, and then it's just a matter of can they stay afloat. But you had a chance. Again, you had a chance to spice things up. You had a chance to make it interesting this week, and they couldn't do it. So overall, disappointing, upsetting, especially with Darnold. He's going to have these games. It's going to happen in his rookie season. But my gosh, it's frustrating. Yeah, you don't want to see the kid look that bad, but man, today, and he was not getting much help. Drops, how bad the special teams was, but he didn't do much to help the cause. He didn't do much to help forward this team in any way. I still believe in him. I still believe he's going to be a really good quarterback. I still believe he has a really solid future. But you have to go through games like this, and today was one of those games. So a rough loss for the Jets. Again, they now move to 3-4. They go to Chicago next week. That I don't expect to go very well. So that's it for now. I'll be back later tonight around 10:30, 11 o'clock for my breakdown of all of the Week 7 games. A lot of things to talk about here. We talked about the Patriots' really close win over the Bucks, over the Bears. The Browns, another overtime game. This team is the most exciting team in the league. By far, you never know what's going to happen with them. Blake Bortles getting benched. So much more to talk about. I will see you guys again later tonight, 10:30, 11, whenever, for a live reaction to everything Week 7 in the NFL and my reaction to Chiefs Bengals. See you guys then.